Hey, well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for tuning in. If you're coming in for the first time, I thank you. And if you've been consistently supporting me, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning into my videos. Well, on this episode is a very sad news coming out of Jamaica this week. Very sad news. Beauty contestant, 26-year-old lovely young lady, Tyra Spaulding, allegedly took her life. I think it was last Tuesday, they found her with a curtain wrapped around her neck. And sad news coming out of Jamaica. And as you know, like I know, the mental illness population has exploded globally more than ever before. It's out of control. It's out of control. And according to the sources, more and more people are reporting to take their life. And I'm gonna have the article right here. I'm gonna share with you about sad news coming out of Jamaica. Tyra Spaulding, and go into details with the news on Zaccheus with another live word of the day.
Welcome back. We're continuing the news. This evening, we turn the spotlight on the need for greater awareness surrounding mental health following another case of suspected suicide. This time, it's of a former beauty contestant earlier this week. As Romardo Lyons reports, the young woman who was battling with depression documented her thoughts in videos that have now gone viral. Now, we must warn that some of the videos we're about to show may be triggering, and so viewer discretion is advised.
My mind is trying to kill me. And if I do nothing, I am going to die, guys.
A troubling clip from a 21-minute YouTube video posted on September 4, 2025 by Tyra Spaulding, a contestant in the 2023 Miss Universe Jamaica pageant. The video continues.
Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and hang myself. I am fighting for my life.
Miss Spaulding's body was reportedly found by relatives Tuesday night with a curtain around the neck. The corporate communication network of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has launched an investigation. This Instagram account with her name has a single post from August 15, 2025. The caption says, "Your girl has been through hell and back." In another video, she lamented that while she didn't want to entertain suicidal thoughts, she was struggling to keep them at bay.
I think this world is truly, truly evil and evil only.
She went further to say she felt as though there were two versions of herself, one who wants her to live and one who wants her to die. In late July, 3 cases of suicide were reported within a week, triggering concern from local mental health specialists. Concerns were also raised about the rise in suicide attempts among children and adolescents globally. Now, since the start of September, at least 2 cases were reported locally. And according to data from the JCF, the number of suicide deaths increased 4 consecutive years since 2021. The numbers climbed to 67 in 2024, the highest since 2001, when 75 people took their own lives. Psychologist Dr. Susan Ratchie Hammond offers solace to Jamaicans suffering mentally.
Help is available, not just the immediate family, but for all persons who are hearing, watching. Help is always available, so we don't have to suffer in silence.
She also says greater attention needs to be placed on mental health.
We talk about like hurricane preparedness and disaster preparedness, but we need to talk about mental health preparedness and how we foster good mental health within our family structure.
If you are someone you know is struggling with their mental wellness, please contact the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Helpline at 888-NEW-LIFE. That's 888-639-5433. Romardo Lyons, TVJ News.
That young lady, Tyra, was battling battling, and you can see she was crying out for help in those videos. You see, if it wasn't for the mercies of God, any one of us can lose our mind. We're not exempt to losing our mind. It's a spiritual battle within. All of us have that spiritual battle within, but it's the mercies of God that makes some of us not lose our mind. She lost her mind. And at that moment, at that time, when she was in the bathroom by herself, or when she's by herself, I believe and not people can't be with you 24 hours. I believe that, but seeing that video, somebody to reach out to her and pray over her, because mental illness is demonic, and is a demonic spirit within people that make them do the things they do. It's a wicked spirit, demonic spirit. And if we're not praying, and we're not allowing, the Bible talks about renewing of your mind. Every day we got to be thinking, Lord, please renew my mind. Create in me a clean heart, and renew a right spirit within me. Every now and then we need renewness of the mind, because things out there, or events that happen in our life, can be very traumatizing. That can trigger off anything that can make us lose our mind. Things, events that some traumatizing events that happen in our life can make any one of us lose our minds. So it's a mercy of God why some of us are saying that, and we gotta thank God that we're none of that. Some of us, that we can actually just intercede with God, and not lose our minds, because, and it's staggering, the increasing rate of mental illness, not just the Americas, but globally, is staggering. But here's the article I'm gonna read. Estimated for the number of people experiencing mental issues in Jamaica vary, but the World Health Organization, WHO, suggests around 20% of population suffers from some form of mental illness issues, where includes 3% with depression, 4% with anxiety. Recent data from 2022 indicated that 14.3% of the adult population had depression, and the Pan American Health Organization reported that mental that the mental, neurological, and substance use of disorders cause a significant burden of the disability in Jamaica. So even in Jamaica, it's growing. It's growing. It's growing. In the U.S., it's exploded. It's exploded. But globally, it's the number is staggering how much of mental illness people are out there. But Tyra was crying out for help. She put the video out. She was crying out for help. And what triggers mental illness? It can be many things that trigger mental illness. It can run in your family. It can be alcohol abuse or drug abuse that triggers mental illness. It could be a loss of a loved one, a death in the family, or death to a close person in your family that can trigger mental illness. People with autism, or people with mental health battles, or disabilities, that the factor in mental illness. There's a lot of mental illness is a big bowl of soup of different things that can trigger mental illness, that causes mental illness. And it can be like I said before, it could run in your family, that imbalance, mental disorders, loss of a job, loss of income. Um, a lot of things can trigger mental illness. It's not just one thing. It's not just one thing. And I've seen it. It can run in your family too. Now, every now, because the population has grown so enormous that every out of few families, probably wait less. Somebody in the family, you're gonna meet somebody in the family that have somebody that's mentally ill. or it's a battle. It's a battle with mental illness. Like I said before, there's people that have autism that battle that has mental illness, alcohol abuse. I'm gonna name them again: alcohol abuse, something traumatic will happen in your traumatical, something bad has happened in your family, like a loss of life or loss of a or loss of a loved one. Many things in Tyra. It doesn't matter what position you hold. Like I said, and mental illness doesn't. There's no perspective of a person. Anyone can get it. It's a mercy of God that keeps some of us still sane. And I did some research, trying to research globally about how it's grown. I try to get like a statistic to see how fast it's grown. And this is the article. Yes, the evidence shows that mental illness has grown tremendously. Tremendously, according to the World Organization, the global burden of mental illness, mental disorders, has increased significantly in the recent years between 1990 and 2019. The number of people living with mental disorder rose from 400 million to 970 million. That was 2019, but this is 2025, and we're about to get it in a few months. We're about to go into 2026, and they're mentally. Every time I step out, I see somebody that's mentally ill. If I go to the public, if I go to the subway station, I see somebody who's mentally ill. If I go to the mall, shopping mall, see somebody that's mentally ill, and his population hasn't tremendously grown. This is why I'm a big advocate of prayer, huge advocate of prayer. You have to keep praying before you step into that subway station, before you take the plane, before you gonna go into the your car and start driving, before you step out your doors where you live, you pray. You gotta pray. You gotta pray, and it's increasing. It's increasing tremendously, and sad to say, more and more people are taking their life because of mental illness, due to mental illness. I want to say my deepest condolences to Tyra Spaulding's family in Jamaica, her extended family and friends. My deepest condolences to her family and her friends, and extended family members. Sad that you had to hear this troubling news. Sad. But I say this: if you see somebody that's battling, get them help. Get them help. You pray over them. You ask God to give you direction to get them help. Get them help as soon as possible. Don't hesitate. Don't waste time. If you see somebody in your family your family, or you see somebody that knows somebody, or you see somebody that is talking about taking themselves out, call immediately. Emergency. Dial the emergency hotline immediately. Do not hesitate. Or if you see somebody that's battling, they're talking crazy, they're battling with mental issues, try to see if they can get help. You pray over them. Ask God to cast those demons out of them. Because it's demons that they're battling. And we need to act fast, and we need to use wisdom and how God wants us to move. Now the live word of the day is coming out of Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you with my righteous right hand. So when we are going through depression, going through feeling down on ourselves, going through, and we're battling with ourselves, because really it's battle within. You're battling with yourself. Satan is feeding you with nasty thoughts. Satan is flooding your mind with dirty thoughts. The Bible says, fear not, fear not. I'm with you. I will strengthen you with my righteous right hand. God will strengthen you if you trust him and if you believe, and he'll strengthen you. Yes. Do we always feel good about ourselves? Not all the time. Some people do. Some people way more than others feel good about themselves. But some people really feel bad about themselves. If you see somebody battling, you pray for them. Get them some spiritual help because it's a spiritual battle. Spiritual battle that mental illness is a demonic spirit that's it within people. But like I said before, there's a lot of things with mental illness. A lot of battles. There's abuse. Like I said, I called it out. Alcohol, drugs, um, you name it. You name it. But this is Zaccheus. With another live word of the day. God bless and be safe. And until next time, got more coming for you. Got more videos coming for you. More articles coming for you. More like straight direct messages coming to you. But this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. And if you know anybody that's battling, pray over them. Get them some help. But this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.